G'day, it's Martin from Mega Thing here. I just wanted to have a quick talk to you about workplace ergonomics. Now, the reason I'm talking to you guys about this is because I had a customer of mine say my staff are complaining about sore backs, sore feet, sore wrists, just a terrible place to work. And I said, well, that's terrible because they're spending a third of their life there. So how can you make it a lot better for them? So we ended up getting a few things here, and I was just going to talk to you guys just to let you know about it, because he didn't even know these existed. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is probably what I'm sitting on at the moment. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is a Safco chair, and what's cool about it is it's got this sort of rim base thing, so it allows you to move while you're sitting down. They do a whole complete range for kids that sort of have special needs and have a little bit of ASD and get a little bit distracted, so by this rocking motion they're actually able to keep concentrated on what they're working on. So they do a whole sort of different range for it. But in my workplace I very rarely sit down, and same with my staff, I encourage them to stand up. Now it's pretty to get used to it is not difficult, but just different, because you you just have sore feet at the end of the day sometimes. So we've got a solution for that as well. But for the guys that do a little bit of sit down, because someone needs to sit down and focus, we suggest these sit-stand desks. Now this one here is by Fellows, and it's a Lotus desk, and it's pretty sexy looking. It's got this nice waterfall design. It does do different. They do different types of workstations. But this is the Fellows Lotus RT, or RTRX I think it is. What's special about this one is, I'll show you guys later, but it's got an induction charging pad on the thing where you can put your sort of copy holder area, and it's also got some USB chargers. But anyway, what normally happens is you get rid of your chair, you don't need that anymore, and then you get your desk and you raise it up to the height that you need to do. So, yeah. I'll just leave it there for the moment. I'll adjust the camera so we can get the right height for you. Just 2 seconds. Stop. Now we raise this bench or the workstation up. There's a lever on the side here on both sides. You basically pull them down at the same time, and then you can raise this up. It's sort of spring loaded, so you just raise it to that height you want. There is an adjustment of weight on this side of the workstation. So if you've got a heavy monitor or a light monitor, you can choose how sort of bouncy or reactive it is. Okay, so there's no monitor on this at the moment, so it's very easy to recall back up, but just pressure on and up, and you raise it to the right height. So what's the right height? So the answer to that is two things. First, you've got to look at where your keyboard is. So the keyboard's there. You've got to try to ensure that your forearm is parallel to the ground. So if you've got a straight arm, straight forward, you should be good posture. The other thing is your monitor, the top of your screen should be at eye side. Okay, so it's not in the middle of the screen, it's the top of the screen. So if you can maintain that position there, parallel forearms, and eyes to the top of the monitor, you should be fine for posture. Now, we'll talk about the workstation a little bit more later. The next thing I want to talk about is what you're standing on. So this can be quite important. And my customer I was selling this desk to didn't know these existed either. And basically, it's an anti-fatigue mat. Now this is, we've got a couple of different varieties here, but this is the one that I use. It's just small and I sort of move around. It's got that type of thing you see at the shop, you see at the supermarkets. They stand on these all day. It just helps you keep your feet nice and comfy. And as long as you're wearing some, well, here you use closed shoes in the warehouse. So your feet are good, your posture's good, and your neck's good looking at your screen. The other thing that you can do to improve your workstation and ergonomics in the workplace is all these other little nice creature comforts, like the gel wrist rest for the mouse pad. You can get a keyboard one. I had one around over there. If you just pass that one there. So you get the gel keyboards for your wrists. This is a rocker type. I don't mind these. So that just sits there and just rocks back and forth. And you've also got a couple other little pads for if you're on your Mac or your a smaller workstation. So these are the slimline ones, which are great for Macs because they're a very low profile. And so that's for your mouse, and they do one in a keyboard length. And then if you need something a little bit higher, this is also from Fellows, just a little gel wrist rest there, holding like that. So there we go, just to cap it off, you've got the workstation, which is adjustable to height, especially if you're hot desking. Anyone can come along and use this workstation if required and do it comfortably. You've got your floor mat to keep your feet sore, and you've got your chair option that we spoke about to look at as an option, but these are just stools basically. And that's it. Get that. My employees are very happy with their workstation and very comfortable. Haven't had any complaints about neck or posture or wrist related injuries. It's been good. So thanks heaps.